Hey Cancer, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot and oracle reading, asking what's coming towards you at the time of seeing this. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Cancers and cross watchers to pray for you, simply say hello or leave an emoji in the comments section. You're welcome to share what you're going through. And it provides us something that represents your energy that we can focus on. And then we all share the same consciousness. We're all connected. Only love and light on this channel, and I'll seal that with my intention. We start with a message: I will persist. My will is strong. I like that. So all these cards have been pre-shuffled with you in mind. Your next card is Organize for Success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, Cancer, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. You know, it's interesting. Some people work really well in a mess. I'm the opposite. I happen to be I'm a music producer as well as a tarot reader. I can't get to work and write a song or make anything creative or do tarot if things are a mess. Isn't it funny how our external world affects our internal world? So it's basically bringing your attention to that. All right, Cancer, what's going on? Darn it, Cancer, when I did the pre-shuffle, this damn card, I'll show you the card, but some of you guys can tell what it is if you can zoom. This card flew out on the top of the deck when I was putting it back down on the table. And I saw the card and I decided to reshuffle the cards to get it buried. It's not bad, but it's the Tower. This is an event outside of your control, shaking you up. You can control how you react to this, though. And sometimes the Tower is a big, big blessing. Usually it is a blessing in disguise, sometimes heavily cloaked in that disguise, sometimes so deep in the disguise that we're still looking for it. But it's really there to realign you with the right path, realign you with your destined path. So, yes, you have free will, but sometimes the universe jumps in to help you out a little bit. And it shakes us up because it's a reminder that SHIT, I don't have nearly the control I thought I did. So this is an event, could be even small. Tarot has a way of looking at very dramatic, right? This is a tower and it's struck by lightning all of a sudden. People are flying out and there's fire. And it's basically suggesting that it's a humbling moment where an event happens outside your control. So let's find out about this. It's gonna come out no matter what, apparently. This is where our tarot reading begins. What is this Tower for my Cancer? Right on top of the Tower flies the Knight of Pentacles. Keep on talking to me about the Knight of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Something's coming. Something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. What it is ain't exactly clear. What is that song? Stop, listen, what's that sound? Everybody's like, what's going down? Who sang that? I mean, I know I've got some people in our tarot family that are going to be like, you don't know that? Come on. So I apologize. It's slipping my mind right now. Okay, actually, I wouldn't say this is a bad tower. I mean, definitely something's coming here. It looks like it's somebody. This person doesn't hold a ton of relevancy, it feels like. They almost feel more like a messenger. So they could be, and when I say relevancy, I mean, they could grow in relevancy later, but at least right now, I think it's like something's making its way towards you. You've got all pentacles, so it could very well be something in your career or your finances. Knight of Pentacles represents basically a slow delivery of value. Maybe something you've worked for actually is finally on its way with the Wheel of Fortune, and you're finally seeing a reward for your troubles. But here's what's going to happen is that you are going to have this pause where you're going to, after maybe all this waiting or finally when it arrives, it's like you almost get this break. It's a positive break with the Tower. Something happens, finally this messenger arrives carrying something of value, representing your value. And you're going to meet it with a little bit of reflection of like, well, this represents the work I've put into this, and the effort and time spent. And you're resting there, maybe a little exhausted, and you're looking at all and you're wondering like, is this enough? Now that I've got this, now that it's arrived, is this enough? And am I okay with this? And if I'm okay with this, then I'll just keep on going, and I'll put in the same amount of work and the same amount of effort, and I'll know exactly what it can turn into, because now it's almost a sense of making a full circle of seeing the fruits of your labor. But then there's the possibility that in this moment, Cancer, you could take a look at everything that you poured into this, and you see what's arrived as a result, and maybe it's not enough. And that this is actually the blessing here, is that this is your chance to tweak. This is your chance to maybe change what you're doing, and we'll see what comes out regarding that. But this seems like an Ace of Pentacles is a gift. All the aces are kind of like where the universe just kind of puts something in your path. And I always say with the aces, never wait around for an ace, right? Because tarot readers will make you, if you keep, I get obsessed with tarot readings. I listen to them all the time. I have my favorite tarot readers and everything. And it's easy to get in this kind of loop of like, something's gonna happen to me, I'm just waiting for it. And pretty soon we're living our life non-actively. We're not taking part in our own life. We're not working nearly as hard as we would, because we have the sense that something's just going to take care of it for us, or something's just going to land in our lap. So I'm always careful to kind of, with the aces, to deliver that message of like, we got to go out and collaborate with the energies. We got to go out and grab it too, and then the universe and the energies kind of respond. It's this dance, right? So anyway, it looks like you are getting this response, and it could be happening suddenly. It could be not expected, but it doesn't have to be negative at all. There's this Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is usually a gift or an upgrade or a promotion. So all this looks financial, but we'll see. Sometimes, Pentacles turn into a relationship reading because it's all about value. So if this were, I will say, we're going to continue on your read, but Cancer, if this were a relationship reading, I'd be like, this, I don't see romance here. I see being valued. I see, yeah. Let's keep going. Okay, what's coming towards my Cancer? We have Ace of Cups in reverse. Tell me about this Ace of Cups in reverse. Conversation's going to be happening. Where? So we have the, in response, needing clarity, Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Magician, and we got the Lover's card. There might be a choice here. It seems that somebody's coming towards you. The Knights usually carry a message. It seems that you're going to be having a conversation or be getting messages where there might be, with this Magician and the Lover's card, a choice at the end of it to kind of start over, to build from scratch, to manifest something here. Ace of Cups in reverse is the lack of love. It's like love that's not coming through. That's how I read that. And somebody here is, and now sometimes it's not romantic. Sometimes it's just really your heart space. It's your sense of purpose. It's creativity. It's emotions. So something's been blocked here. But at least a conversation, communication is taking place where it's being addressed. Like, can this be created? Can stability, love, harmony be created? And what we're getting is the Five of Pentacles, which is actually a sense of being left out or isolated or something. So there seems to be a loss in this department. How is my Cancer feeling about this? Oh, you're leaving. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing at you, but I mean, it's such a solid card. What I love about this card, Cancer, is actually there's a lot of empowerment in this. This individual in the picture is turning their back to their cups. Of course, cups being emotion, what they've thrown themselves into and all that. They're turning their back on the cups that they once cared about greatly, simply because they're not interested, not nearly as interested as they are in what could they find in those hills? Are the grass, could it be greener? You know, the pastures beyond those hills, they could be better. So it's actually for a lack of interest or desire that they're turning around. And keep on going on this. Now, the question was, how is this affecting my Cancer? Yeah, you're not interested. I think you're not interested. It feels like a hopeless situation. The Star card in reverse. Not interested in this Knight of Wands. Is it an immature energy? What is this Knight of Wands? Knight of Wands. You know, this is a transformation happening here that is pretty important, Cancer. And some of you I know are nodding. The fact that the first cards, you know, I was saying this could be a relationship reading, but if it was, this is about value. I don't see romance coming through here. This is about something has occurred here that is delivering you a chance to reevaluate a situation. And are you getting enough? What is this Ace of Pentacles? Because this is a very positive card, being valued. What is creating this value for my Cancers? You guys, this is going to be an extended reading. I'm going to go way deeper into the cards and get advice and all that. When I have time to do it, I try to do it. That will be a link in the description box below. But to get back to this reading, what's interesting is, I don't know what this Tower is. It was determined to come out for you, even in the pre-shuffle, even when I hid it in the deck and tried to shuffle it back all up. This is a really important Tower. It's showing you how valuable you are and what you deserve. It thrusts you back towards yourself. Your energy comes back to yourself. You might feel some anxiety. You might withdraw. With the Four of Swords, this is a big evaluation that happens here. I think you're also seeing the origin of your exhaustion. Things are getting very clear in this withdrawn place. This is a very spiritual card, Four of Swords. This is inner sanctuary, where we have gratitude for certain things, where we process certain things. And the story behind this card, Four of Swords, if you look closely, if you're able to zoom, there's this dude who's lying on his coffin with his hands, in prayer. And, everything was very religious based, very heavily religious in the original tarot. And long ago, when men would go off to war, there was this, and I think this was an Anglo-Saxon ritual. If you know any more about this, please let me know in the comment section. I'd be fascinated. But they would prepare their coffins. They prepare the details of their burial, so that, of course, it would be easier on their family, all that would be taken care of if they were killed in war. If they were spared, they'd spend their first night sleeping on that coffin in gratitude. And, what a thing, right? So it's a time for processing and it's a time for reflection. And we have two cards suggesting this is a great time, and great as in a very big time for reflection after whatever this event is that was unpredictable. And you might be processing some anxiety, and it doesn't look dark and scary. It actually looks like you are going to be getting reattached to hope again. I think you're also being able to see behaviors of yours and possibly somebody else's that have not been helping you out. Maybe cycles, patterns you've been stuck in, and you're realizing that you could absolutely get unstuck. And it's in this realization that you move forward very quickly. It's almost like this is where you're refueling for what's coming next. I think you're going to be very aware of what needs have not been met. There is going to be communication. There is going to be considering the consideration in this conversation of, can I change this? Can we turn this around? Can we turn this into alignment, into stability? Can we overcome this? Can we, and this might be a relationship at a work. It could be a romantic relationship, because the Lover's card is about harmony between individuals. And now this is where it's important to remind you, you have free will and you are going through all different things. If you're this far in the reading, it's because something resonates. But if this doesn't resonate, doesn't feel good, throw it the hell out. Never give your power away to tarot. But it seems like you're going to be very aware in that conversation of a sense of disconnection being left out, or a sense of scarcity. Maybe, now that's if it's in a relationship context. Now, if this is money-based, this is simply recognizing you're not making enough for what you're putting in. And then it carries on to the Eight of Cups, the decision to leave. So it's pretty righteous. And when we go back to your original message, I will persist, my will is strong. There's determination here. And it's somewhat because you had this moment of reflection. I'm going to go into the extended if this is where I leave you. I adore you all. Thank you for being here, and I hope it was helpful. Take good care. Bye-bye.